The history of ancient Egyptian pyramids. For thousands of years, the pyramids of Egypt have stood as silent sentinels of the past, guarding their secrets beneath the scorching desert sun. They are not just monuments of stone. They are timeless witnesses to human ambition, engineering genius, and spiritual belief. When most people hear the word pyramid, they instantly think of Egypt, and for good reason. These colossal structures are among the most iconic symbols of human civilization. But behind their grandeur lies a story that stretches back over 4,500 years. A story of kings and gods, of labor and innovation, of life and death. The earliest roots of the pyramid can be traced back to Egypt's Old Kingdom, often called the Age of the Pyramids. Before these magnificent stone giants rose from the desert, Egyptian rulers were buried in simpler structures known as mastabas. These were low, rectangular mud-brick tombs with flat roofs and sloping sides. They served as the inspiration for the earliest attempts at pyramid construction. The transformation from mastaba to pyramid was revolutionary, and it all began with one man, King Djoser. Djoser, who ruled in the 27th century BCE, envisioned something unprecedented. His architect, the legendary Imhotep, decided to stack mastabas one on top of another, gradually decreasing in size, creating what became the Step Pyramid of Saqqara. Standing at about 60 meters tall, this was the world's first monumental stone building. It was not just a tomb. It was a declaration of divine authority and a bold step toward the perfection of pyramid design. The Step Pyramid was a marvel for its time, a leap forward in both architectural thinking and engineering skill. It showed that Egypt could organize vast labor forces, quarry and transport massive stone blocks, and create structures that would outlast generations. But the Step Pyramid was only the beginning. Over the next century, pharaohs sought to perfect the pyramid shape, transforming steps into smooth, sloping sides that reflected the rays of the sun, linking the pharaoh's soul to the heavens. This quest for perfection gave rise to a series of fascinating experiments. In Meidum, Pharaoh Sneferu, one of the most remarkable builders in Egyptian history, attempted to construct the first true pyramid. However, the Meidum pyramid suffered structural issues, eventually collapsing, leaving behind a strange, tower-like core. But Sneferu was not discouraged. His next attempt, the bent pyramid at Dashur, was an ambitious project that began at a steep angle, but had to be adjusted midway due to instability, resulting in its unique bent shape. Finally, Sneferu achieved success with the Red Pyramid, also at Dashur, which is considered Egypt's first true smooth-sided pyramid. This was a turning point in history, the moment when the pyramid form we recognize today truly emerged. Sneferu's achievements paved the way for his son, Khufu, to embark on the most famous pyramid project of all, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Khufu's Great Pyramid is a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Completed around 2560 BCE, it originally stood over 146 meters high, making it the tallest man-made structure on Earth for over 3,800 years. Built from an estimated 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, the sheer scale of this project is almost beyond comprehension. The precision with which it was aligned to the cardinal points of the compass and the near-perfect squareness of its base still astounds engineers today. The Great Pyramid was part of a larger complex that included temples, smaller pyramids for queens, and the famous Sphinx, a colossal guardian carved from a single block of limestone. Khufu's pyramid was not just a tomb, it was a spiritual machine designed to ensure his safe passage to the afterlife and his eternal union with the gods. Khufu's successors continued the tradition. His son, Khafre, built the second-largest pyramid at Giza, along with the Sphinx, whose mysterious face is believed by many to be his own. The third pyramid, belonging to Menkaure, was smaller but richly decorated, clad in granite from Aswan. These three pyramids together formed one of the most awe-inspiring sights in the ancient world, a display of power, faith, and the unmatched skill of Egyptian builders. But the Pyramid Age did not last forever. Building these colossal structures required enormous resources, vast numbers of laborers, massive quantities of stone, and the ability to feed and organize entire armies of workers. As Egypt's political and economic circumstances changed, so too did its burial practices. By the time of the Middle Kingdom, pharaohs chose to be buried in hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings, far from prying eyes and potential tomb robbers. The Pyramid era had come to an end, but the legacy of these monuments endured. The question of how the pyramids were built has fascinated historians, scientists, and dreamers for centuries. Ancient Greek historians like Herodotus wrote of vast armies of slaves toiling under the lash, but modern archaeology paints a very different picture. Evidence from workers' villages at Giza suggests that the builders were skilled laborers, farmers who worked on the pyramids during the Nile's flood season when their fields were underwater. They were housed, fed, and even given medical care, a sign that pyramid construction was a national project of pride and devotion, not merely oppression. The techniques they used combined simple tools with ingenious methods. Massive limestone blocks were quarried nearby and hauled on sledges over lubricated paths. Ramps, whether straight, zigzagging, or spiraling, allowed workers to drag stones higher as the pyramid rose. The precision of the stone cutting, the tightness of the joints, and the astronomical alignments suggest a level of organization and knowledge that was extraordinary for its time. Beyond their engineering marvel, the pyramids carry deep spiritual meaning. The Egyptians believed in life after death, and the pyramid was a symbolic staircase to the heavens, a place where the soul of the pharaoh could ascend to join the sun god Ra. The sloping sides represented the rays of the sun, and the layout of the Giza complex mirrored constellations in the night sky, tying the fate of the king to the eternal cosmos. Today, the pyramids remain not only a wonder of ancient architecture, but also a cultural symbol of endurance. They have withstood thousands of years of wind, sand, and human ambition. They have been looted, studied, romanticized, and photographed by millions, yet they still guard many of their secrets. Even with modern technology, there are chambers within the pyramids that have yet to be fully explored, and mysteries about their exact construction methods that spark debate among archaeologists. The story of the pyramids is more than just a tale of stone and kings. It is the story of a civilization that dared to dream on a monumental scale, a civilization that believed the soul could live forever, that the king was divine, and that architecture could bridge the gap between earth and the heavens. In the golden light of the Egyptian desert, as shadows stretch across the sand and the setting sun paints the limestone in shades of fire, the pyramids remind us that human creativity and determination can leave behind legacies that last far beyond a single lifetime. The ancient Egyptians built these monuments to honor their dead, but in doing so, they gave life to something eternal. The pyramids are not just tombs. They are a message from the past, a reminder that greatness is possible when vision meets willpower. And as long as they stand, they will continue to inspire awe, curiosity, and wonder in all who gaze upon them.